Let's look at what Tesla is doing today. Let me just check that the live is going fine. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so Tesla closed at 329.13, up $3.82. That's 1.17%. Post market, we seem to be down by 52 cents. So let's take a look at the chart. Let's take a look at the facts. The chart is the facts. Just checking to make sure. Are you seeing me? Okay, now it's working. Okay, so where are we in terms of Tesla stock? Is Tesla being impacted by the Iran-Israel war? So far, let's take a look at that. So we are into a bullish channel with Tesla. Bullish channel since April. Since the end of April, this is the bullish channel that we are in. We are still into this bullish channel. So the trend is still up. Tesla is still trending up from this channel perspective right here. Will it trend for a long time? That's the big question. And Tesla has not answered. The Tesla stock has not answered. And who is answering? Well, it's the buyers and sellers. It's the buyers and sellers of Tesla. They are answering if Tesla is going to go farther or not. So right now, the good news is that we are no longer into this bearish channel. We were into this bearish channel, a short-term bearish channel. We were going down as a whole. This one has stopped. It has stopped today. So we are no longer into this bearish channel that was in play. You know, it was in play from the end of May. So it's been almost a month that Tesla has been going down. So now we are outside of this bearish channel. So it means that we are no longer going down at the same speed as we were. You know, this was the speed. We could be going down at another speed, but most likely we are going to go sideways. So right now, we can consider that we are going sideways. Yes, it's on the one candle. Sometimes it's better to wait for two to conclude that we have had a break. But still, it's a one candle break. We are outside of this bearish channel. So we are back into our main bullish channel right here. Does this mean that Tesla is really ready to go? Does it mean that Tesla is really ready to go? The answer is not really, because let's take a look at the bigger downward channel that we are in. This is the bigger downward channel that we are in. We touched that resistance May 29th right here, and now it's continuing down right here. So yeah, Tesla is outside of its small bearish channel, but we have a bigger one right here that is still active. You know, this is a huge one. This is a huge one, and you can tell me, well, yeah, the stock can move a lot between these two lines, this line and this line. You are right. The stock price can go from $220 to 365. So it's still a significant bullish move within this bearish channel. That's super fine. We don't have to only invest or trade Tesla once we are going to be outside of any bearish channel. This is not how it works. We need to understand how all of these patterns that are at play at the same time in order to have an idea of the expected move up that we can have. So when we have a move up right here, we kind of know that, well, it could be going to 360 approximately, because of some other resistance, some other pattern at play, but this can guide us to the expected take profit area that we can find. So this is why we are tracking so many patterns at the same time, you know, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. So this is a complex stuff. This is complex stuff. But I do it for free for you. I do it for free for you for Tesla every single day of the week. I do it not for free for AMD. Adobe, ARM, Microsoft. So all these other stocks, I don't do it for free. But if you want to join our Discord, then you can see the buy alerts that we have in real time, and we can discuss stuff a little bit more. So right now, Tesla is outside of its bearish channel. We are into a congestion zone. This is where we are. The congestion zone is between 335.73. That's the number you need to remember. 335.73. The other number you can remember is 295. So right now we are supposed to be zigzagging between the two. That's it. So this is the expected behavior. The expected behavior here was this one until it broke, which happened today. Now the expected behavior is going sideways. When are we going to know that we are no longer going sideways? We are going to know when we are going to break 335.73. That's pretty simple. This is the number right here. Once we break this, is Tesla going back to 500 bucks? Probably not, because as I said, we have a resistance right here. We have a resistance right here. So breaking 335 is nice for a little bit of a swing. So I suggest that if you want to play it very tightly and want to make try to make money when a pattern in Tesla breaks, I suggest that you do this one on the 1 hour chart, because then you can enter a little bit earlier, because we have one candle every single hour. So you are going to know within the hour when Tesla closes that candle above 335.73. And then you can manage the move up to 350. So a move up to 350 on the 1 hour chart is plausible once we have broken that 335.73. On the daily chart, well, on the daily chart, things are a little bit different. Yes, you can enter on the daily, you can enter right here, but you should be expecting some bumps exactly where I was telling you about, on this resistance, on this horizontal resistance at 360. Then after we have broken outside of 360 right here, 360.65, and we don't know when this is going to happen. It could happen like this, it could happen like this. But once we are going to start breaking that 360.65, this is where we should be getting a nice buy signal on the daily chart. A little bit more clear of possible resistances that would be in the way. So on the daily chart, the number to remember is 360.65. On the 1 hour chart, 335.73. This one is nice. So basically this is where we are at. So we are waiting for a signal, a buy signal, where we see an imbalance between the buyers and sellers. So the first imbalance is going to be as 335.73, as I said. Right now, we don't have stochastic over 60. We know that we need stochastic over 60 to have any decent move in any stock. So always watch that. And it's stochastic. Not, I sometimes mention it kind of in French, stochastic. So stochastic, this is not over 60 yet, so it goes with where things are at right now. Let's take a look at the VIX. When the VIX is going down, the stock market is going up. I was concerned last weekend about the war between Israel and Iran. So war is not really good for the stock market. It makes the stock market tends to go down and the VIX to go up. This is what happened on Friday. So last Friday we had the VIX that was below 1849, a jump above 20. When the VIX is above 20, we should not really be going long in pretty much anything, because this is an indicator of the fear of the stock market. So the stock market on Friday was fearful. But today, look at this, VIX at 1912, down 1.69. So the fear index is coming down. We are lower than 20. So that's a turnaround. So this is why we do technical analysis and looking at the chart, because the chart is telling us stuff that nobody's telling us. Because it would be easy to assume that because of the war last weekend that things were going to go down today. But no, we should not assume. We should just watch and distinguish what is happening. Sometimes a move in the stock market is just noise, and sometimes it's not noise, it's a signal. So when it's a signal, we can decide what we can do with that signal, so we can make decisions, we can buy, we can sell, we can short, things like that. So VIX coming down, that's surprising, but look at the watch list right here. Look at what happened in the market today. We have 5% up SoFi, 5% up Hood, blah blah blah. So a lot of nice moves because of this. Let's take a look at the stock indices. So Dow Jones, where is Dow Jones at? So we were going higher inside this bullish channel, and this was the expected behavior. This is what happened. It's not always perfectly zigzagging, but it's somewhere in there. Now we are outside of it. So the move up that we started to see from April is no longer valid. So Dow Jones is now trending sideways for the past 2 days. So it's really easy to see. Really easy to see. You see, this is the line, this is the bottom line, the support. So 41,826. We don't break lower than that, except May 23rd. And in terms of the top, in terms of the high, we have 42,802. That does a pretty good job, except for these 3 days right here. So maybe that's not the best gauge to know if things are still going sideways or if they are going to go higher. So I suggest we are using this gauge right here at 43,339. This is the line just above, which coincides with this this support right here, this resistance right here. You see how this was helpful in the past. I can go back. I'm going back to October 24. So yeah. So let's make this one a little bit less intense, and this is the one that we are going to look at to conclude when Dow Jones is going to get outside of this congestion zone and then resume higher. It's not there yet. S&P 500, same thing, outside of its bullish channel, boom, boom, going sideways. This one we need 61.44 right here. The bottom one is 59.66. You can use this information, you know, I'm giving you all of the lines. You can use this information to buy low, sell high, and just play within that congestion zone. You can use this to sell covered calls above 61.44. You can sell puts below 59.66. There are so many strategies that you can use with these lines. I'm giving you the lines. You provide the strategy you want to use for your own personal financial objectives and situation. This is not financial advice. This is technical analysis advice. And it's really required. It's really required. If not, you could be buying and holding a stock for 3 years. Like buying and holding Tesla from $400 to $100 and have your money just dwindle down in terms of net worth. So knowing the trend is really important. This is why we are trend-aware investors. Trend-aware investors. So I was at SPX right here. So SPX trending sideways. We need to go above 61.44 to get outside of this neutral congestion zone, lower than 59.66 to start thinking about shorting. Nasdaq very close to resistance right here. So this is why we are seeing a slowdown. This is slowing down right here. Once we break 22,282 right here, then this is going to be an indication that we are going to go further away. So this is going to be a buy signal right here. Right now we don't have that. It's close to having that signal. We don't have anything to do except just wait and watch. Wait and watch. Russell, this is for the small cap. This is the small cap index. This one we are waiting for a break at 2149 to indicate that we are continuing further. So right now there's no sign. We don't have to provoke anything. We see it and we act on it. If we don't see it, there's nothing to do. So in summary, this is where we are at with Tesla. So on the 1 hour chart, 335.73, this is a small trade you can take. Small trade right here. If we go lower than 313.13, cannot make this up. This is what the chart is telling us. This is the number that was used a lot in the past. So 313.13, if we go lower than that number, then we need to start thinking short, making sure that we have stochastic below 60 at the same time. So stochastic below 60 when you want to short, stochastic above 60 when you want to go long. So we have our numbers. We are ready for tomorrow, and we are just going to watch patiently, calmly, and when we see a trigger, we can take the trade. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. This is where you can get access to my Discord server. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I make some money when you click on that affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow. We talk every single day. I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.